I am James David Manning, senior pastor of the Outlaw World Missionary Church in Harlem, New York. I'm also the originator of the Columbia-Obama trial scheduled for the 14th of May, the year 2010. Due to the growing threatening circumstances surrounding this trial, I must now release the full transcript we wish to present, document, and prove at the Columbia-Obama trial later this year. Obama was recruited in 1980 by the CIA while a student at Occidental College in Los Angeles, California. The CIA needed Muslims who were fluent in Farsi and other Islamic customs and understandings. Obama was perfect as an undercover agent. The CIA then later enlisted Columbia University to extend its foreign student program to Barrack Hussein Obama, that he might enroll in the universities around Karachi and in Pakistan, and also the Patrice Lumumba School in Moscow. With a perfect cover in the U.S. student identity, Obama became the lead agent in the arms and money supply to the struggling Taliban army against the Soviet war machine. Obama's cover was flawless and his skills as an agent incredible. He was more than integral to the Taliban victory later on that decade. Now, I will be presenting documentation to all that I say here in this announcement. But it is public knowledge that Obama traveled to Pakistan in 1981. We don't know how often he traveled between Pakistan and Russia, or his return to America and back to Pakistan and back to Columbia University off and on during his undercover operation in Afghanistan, training and being a money supply and source and interpreter for the CIA to the Taliban during those war years. The State Department or the State Department of Records have been scrubbed. The State Department of Records, have been scrubbed, and the State Department employee who scrubbed these records was killed to cover up the passport office break-in in April of 2008. His name was Lieutenant Quarrel Harris, a young African-American who was found shot dead in front of the Judah House of Praise Baptist Church in Northeast Washington, D.C. Obama learned his Islamic language skills while he spent 6 years in Indonesia with his stepfather and mother, Lolo Shatoro. When he returned from his CIA assignment in the mid-'80s, he pressured the State Department to allow him to enter Harvard Law School. He excelled at Harvard, became the editor of the Law Review, where upon his graduation could have become a Supreme Court Justice Clerk, or a multi-million-dollar salary would have been offered to him at America's best law firms. Except for one thing: he did not have a legitimate background as a citizen or a student from Occidental or Columbia University. A diligent investigation by a personnel agency of a major law firm before hiring Obama would have revealed that he was not a U.S. citizen. And how could a C student go from Occidental College to America's fifth most difficult school to enter into, Columbia University, and then from there, 3 years later, enter into the world's most difficult law school, Harvard Law School? And so what must a former CIA operative do when he cannot pass the personnel test? Obama becomes a community organizer on the south side of Chicago, where no background check was needed. His marriage to Michelle Robinson, a lawyer and connected Chicago politician, albeit a convenient marriage, now gives him citizenship and the beginning of a solid background. He takes a job at the same law firm where Michelle Robinson becomes his trainer and supervisor, a law firm that is heavily influenced by a small-time criminal named Tony Resco. Michelle Robinson again controls the personnel records. His hiring takes place without a hitch. When questions were raised during the 2008 campaign for presidency about his Columbia years, he spun those questions and the media by declaring himself to be an ascetic, a monk, even a hermit, going days on end without speaking or interacting with anyone, and he did not live on campus with the regular Columbia College students. Today, Obama is a man who loves the limelight and can hardly tear himself away from any camera that he passes by, wants us to now believe that he was once a monk, a hermit, with no interaction with anyone. Michael Wolff, former MTA chairman and graduate of Columbia, says, and I quote, he remembers Obama as a very, very smart student and a great debater while he was at Columbia, and he was very active in student activities. Now it appears that Michael Wolff remembers things about Obama that Obama does not remember about himself. Fox News, during the 2008 campaign and questions were raised about Obama's Columbia years, interviewed more than 400 people on campus during the years of 1980 to 1984. Students, nurses, librarians, custodians, people within the environs, shopkeepers alike. And they discovered in their investigation of the 400 people they questioned, not one of the 400 people remembers Barrack Hussein Obama during his alleged Columbia years. The Reagan-Bush administration and the Bush 43 administration, they all know this about Obama as a CIA operative and his help to win the war there for the Taliban in Afghanistan during the Russian invasion. They just did not expect Obama to win the Iowa caucus. When he won that, there was no way they could assassinate him, remove him from the scene. They had to allow him to march over the Clintons and over John McCain that he might be the president for whatever information he now holds or interaction he holds with the Soviet Union and over the American people as a threat. We as a government and as a people are being held hostage by this former CIA operative, Barrack Hussein Obama, who has heavy Muslim beliefs, Marxist politics, and has an intense hatred for this nation called America. Now, at the trial on the 14th of May, I will document all of these statements that are not general public knowledge that I have stated today when the trial is finally enjoined. But as stated previously, I must, because of growing threatening circumstances, present my case to the American people now. I'm James David Manning, Senior Pastor of the Outlaw World Missionary Church in Harlem, and also the host of the Manning Report.